Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Welcome to the lecture on soil. Uh, this is the first lecture in the major topic soil. So let's first say what is a soil. I have collected various definitions from different sources, and there would be repetitions, maybe many repetitions, but I want to leave it to you which definition is more appropriate, suitable, easy, and convincing you here. Starting from the dictionary, Merriam-Webster online dictionary, it shows soil is a noun. It means it is a farmland, tough land, means solid land. Then under this entry, it shows the upper layer of earth that may be dug or plowed and in which plants grow. This is one way how the dictionary defines it. The other entry shows the superficial, unconsolidated, and usually weathered part of the mantle of the planet and especially of the earth. This soil could be also known used for country, land, our native soil, agricultural life, or medium in which something takes hold and develops. Another quick definition of the soil, it is a noun, part of the earth's surface consisting of humus and disintegrated rock. The second is the geographical area under the jurisdiction of a sovereign state. Example, American troops were stationed in Japanese soil. Third is material in the top layers of the surface of the earth in which plants can grow, especially with reference to its quality and use. For example, good agricultural soil, bad agricultural soil, poor agricultural soils, saline soils. Another line shows the state of being covered with unclean things. So soil may be an area or a situation where things are lying, plants, organic matter, animals, these things lying. That can also be defined as a soil. Verb, makes soiled, filthy, or dirty. Example is like, don't soil your clothes when you play outside. This means don't play in the dirt. Now we come to a little bit scientific definition. Soil is a material capable of supporting plant life. Soil forms through a variety of soil forming processes and includes weathered rocks, which are known as the parent material. These weathered rocks, which are parent material, they are combined with the dead and living organic matter and air. Water is also there. Soils are vital to all life on earth because they support the growth of plants which supply food and oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide and nitrogen. This part I have borrowed from the Wikipedia. Now let me put to you a question. Can you tell the difference between a soil and a dirt? Soil, dirt, dua. Dirt is what we find anywhere. So, dirt is what we find everywhere. So, dirt can be anywhere, on the plants, on the building, on the clothes, on anything. Soil is always under our feet. Think of a soil as a thin living skin covering the land. It goes down beneath the surface just a short distance. So soil is not reaching to the center of the earth, just a short distance, maybe sometime in a meter or two, and then thereby a hard bedrock appears. So, in that context, it is a thin. Even the most fertile topsoil is only a foot or so deep. Soil is more than rock particles. Soil is not equal to rock particle. Rock particles are stones. Stones don't bear or behave like soil. It includes all the living soil includes all the living things and the material they make or change. How come? Now this is another example. How come there is no soil on the Mars and Venus or some other planets? Both these planets have rocks. Rocks are there. Rocks are the parent material. Mars has windstorms that erode rocks into dust. This is going on in the Mars. Venus has acidic atmosphere that cooks rocks into new chemicals, but there is still something missing. Still, we haven't said that this Mars or Venus or other planets have a soil. Without life, there is no soil. Living things haven't made a home in the soil on our planet. Life actually made the soil as we know it. From physics perspective, from physics point of view, soil is a dynamic, heterogeneous, three-phase, porous media. Three-phase, liquid, water, gaseous. From botanical, agronomic, horticultural point of view, soil is the outer layer of the earth crust capable of supporting plant growth. From geology or engineering perspective, soil is unconsolidated superficial material. So these are different aspects how you define these soil. Soils are naturally made natural media for the growth of the plants. They are mixture of fragmented and partly or wholly weathered rocks. So rock doesn't weather in a one go into a fine structure. There are pebbles, stones, boulders, small stones, large stones, then silt, sand, clay, and so on. So a mixture of fragmented and partly or wholly weathered material is there. It has organic matter, it has water, it has air in varying proportions. The amount of water, the amount of air, the amount of organic matter, it is not uniform in the soil and have more or less distinct layers or horizons. Soil has different layers. The top layer, mid layer, A, B, C, D layers are there, developed under the influence of climate and living organisms. Soils, this is Barr's definition. Soils are dynamic in character. That means the product of action of climate, living organism upon the parent material as conditioned by the local relief. Local condition, local relief, they modify the normal way of weathering like a valley floor, a gorge, a plain, or a hilly area. Simpson gives another definition, more or less with the same meaning. The soil is the link between the rock core of the earth and the living things on the surface. It is the foothold for the plants to grow. The soil mantle of earth is highly variable, mantle of the soil, earth crust. But all soils have some common features. Whatever the process of weathering may be, whatever the parent material may be, whatever the rocks may be, whatever the situation, but when soils are formed, they have some common features. That is, every soil consists of minerals, organic matter, water, and air. Four things: minerals, material, rocky material, organic matter, the living material, dead material, water, and air. Every soil occupies space. It occupies space, it has a volume. Every soil has a profile. Every soil has profile differentiation. It shows layering to the deeper layer. Then there's another definition by Hillel Soil refers to a weathered, fragmented outer layer of the Earth's terrestrial surface. It is a heterogeneous, polyphasic, particulate, dispersed, and porous system. Heterogeneous, consisting of many things. Polyphasic, different phases are there. Particulate means particles are there. Dispersed, these are dispersed, they are not aggregated, they are not uniform, dispersed. And a porous system, it is not a solid system. Unconsolidated material like rock, that is not porous, that's why it doesn't have any water holding capacity. But this is a porous system, it has pore in it, in which the interfacial area per unit volume can be very large. The dispersed nature of the soil and its consequent interfacial activity give rise to such a phenomena as adsorption of water. Water is adsorbed by the particles. Adsorption of chemical, ion exchange occurs, adhesions occur, swelling and shrinkage occurs, dispersion occurs, flocculation, capillarity occurs, or deflocculation occurs. So these are all properties of a soil which they share with the parent material or with the area or with the weathering agencies or with the transporting agency. Daubenmeier in his book Plants and Environment says soil is any part of the earth crust in which plants are anchored. This means the muddy bottoms of the ponds, porous rock surfaces into which cryptogams and their rhizides, peat, rock, gravel deposited by the glaciers. Soil is the weathered superficial layer of the earth crust with which are mingled, mixed up living organisms and products of their decay. So it can occur anywhere. Weathered material consisting of plants, their decay products, it could be crevices, small crevices, gaps जिसमें कि seed germinate हो सकता हो. You might have seen in a mountainous area that in a crack plants germinate, they come out of the cracks, so that portion does contain little bit soil. Another definition: soils are natural materials which occur in infinite variety over the earth and whose engineering properties may vary widely from place to place within the relatively small confines of a single engineering project. एक ही जगह पे थोड़े थोड़े फासले पे if you dig up, the soil would vary because of the physical features, biological features, chemical features. The properties of soils are continuously changing as the amount of moisture fluctuates and other environmental influences vary and may change dramatically under load. The character, properties, features of the soil, they keep on changing with the amount of moisture. Waterlogging may occur, dryness may occur, salinity may occur, non-saline area may be there. So, environmental factors, the weather product may vary, sand, silt, clay. So they change whenever it is present anywhere. Soil is used as a construction material. This is another, since this is an engineering aspect, so they say that this is used as a construction material where building colonies they could be erected. Another definition, which is soil science glossary SSA American: soil is the unconsolidated mineral. Consolidated means hard bedrock. Unconsolidated means broken mineral or organic matter on the surface of the earth, serving as a natural medium for the growth of the land, plants, and that has been subjected to and shows effects of genetic and environmental factors. Environmental factors like climate, including water temperature effects, macro and microorganism, conditioned by relief. Relief, again, I would say the location, whether it is a valley floor, whether it is a slope, whether it's a low hills or it is a depressed area, depressions, acting as a parent material over a period of time. A product soil differs from the material from which it is derived in many physical, chemical, biological, morphological properties and characteristics. A product which results because of weathering, any kind of weathering or a combination of weathering processes, is entirely different from a rock, because rock is unconsolidated, without organic matter, without oxygen, without moisture, without pores, but soil, when formed, it is physically, biologically, chemically, morphologically different from its parent material. Another small definition is by Berkland. Soil is a natural body consisting of layers, horizons, of minerals and or organic constituents of variable thickness, which differ from the parent material in their morphological, physical, chemical, mineralogical properties and their biological characteristics. So this is again another definition. Everywhere you could see they differ from the parent material. They have their own physiological, ecological, chemical, biological, physical properties. This is another definition which I got from the book Soil Taxonomy. It says soil is a natural body comprised of solids. Definitely minerals and organic matter is there. These are solid part. Liquid, water is there, liquid part. Gaseous, gases are there, that is the gaseous part that occurs on the land surface. It may be present on the land surface, occupies space, and is characterized by one or both of the following. That means two further features have been that it show horizons. There are horizon layers, layer formation that distinguishes from the initial material as a result of addition or losses or transfer of material, and transformation of energy and matter, or the ability to support rooted plants in natural environment. So these two features are also features of a formed soils which would not be present in a rocky material. This upper limit of the soil is boundary between soil and air, shallow water, live plants, or plant material that have not begun to decompose. Areas are not considered to have soil if the surface is permanently covered by water too deep, typically more than 2.5 meters for the growth of rooted plants. That means sea does have a base, but we don't call it a soil. Similarly, deep rivers, they do have a base at the uh, furthest part, but we don't call it a soil. So this is someone mark has been given uh, that typically more than 2.5 meters of depth is there. So below that, whatever is present would not be, because plants cannot root it. It may not be a soil. The lower boundary of the soil that separates soil from the non-soil and underneath is most difficult to define. Again, this is a question, okay, which portion is soil, which portion is not soil. Soil, yeah, where is the boundary between a hard rock and the weathered material? Soil consists of horizon near the earth's surface. Horizons are there, layers are there, as I said, A, B, C, D. In contrast to the underlying parent material, have been altered by the interaction of climate, relief, living organism over a period of time. Commonly, generally saying, soil limits its lower boundary to a hard rock or to earthy material virtually devoid of any biological activity. If you keep on growing, if you keep on digging, you would be digging, and ultimately hard bedrock come out, or no biological activity would be there. Take example of the wells which is dig either by machinery or by man for the purpose of extracting water. Upper surface organic matter, then another layer comes sand, and ultimately a stony area comes, and the person who is digging it with machinery, he would say, "Ji, Burman or Allah got kane." This means that is the bedrock there. For purpose of classification, the lower boundary of the soil is arbitrarily set at 200 cm. Further reading can be had from this area, these books, but one thing in all is common, that it is the weathered material. It has air in it, it has water in it, it has organic matter in it, it has plants, it has microbes. It is a porous medium, not a solid media. Thank you very much. Some of the features would be given in the next lecture. Till then, okay, thank you very much. Stay blessed.